and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here for the first time then welcome to Vlogmas. It is fast approaching to Christmas and I am so excited. I am so excited. So for today's video I wanted to dig in and play with some of the products I bought in my recent ColourPop haul. I'll link that down below in case you want to see what I picked out, but I'm going to try as much of it as I can in this video. And I did pick up 5 palettes, but there was one palette that piqued my interest the most and seemed to pique yours in the comments, and that was the On Cloud Blue palette. So obviously we're going to do a blue look today. So I've got some skincare, I've got a highlighter, a blusher, obviously like eyeshadow and eyeliner. I've got quite a few things to test out for you today. So before I get started, if you are new here, thank you so much for coming and checking out my video. I make content all around plus size fashion, makeup, beauty, subscription boxes, and I'm starting to do more and more vlogging. So if you like the sound of that and you fancy pressing subscribe, I would love to have you. So if you want to see how this palette performed and how I got this look, then stick around. So I thought that we could start off by trying some of the skincare that I picked up from Ray, which is ColourPop's sister brand. I picked up the RAYDIATE Vitamin C Serum and the RAINFALL 2% Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So I thought we could put these serums on and see how they are. It is always dangerous testing skincare and makeup at the same time, but you know, I'm feeling reckless. And I really want to give as many of these new products a try as I can. So first of all, I'm going to go in with the RAYDIATE Vitamin C Serum, which is so fun. Like, it's separated between the orange and the yellow, and then you just shake it up and they mix together. So this says to use 3 to 5 drops. So let's get some. Pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that might have been 6, but you know, it says to warm it in the hands and then press it into the face. That smells divine. If you've been here a while, you know I love anything citrusy, and that is lovely. Look at that glow on my skin. It does have a bit of an oily consistency, but nothing too major. So I'll obviously give my skin a bit of a break in between skincare and makeup to let all the skincare sort of sink into the skin. But that feels really nice. It's not sitting too much on the skin, like for how like glowy it is. Like I can still feel it there, and I can feel that it's a little bit oily, but it's not like grease on your face, if you know what I mean. So I'll just give that a minute to sink in, and then we'll try the hyaluronic acid. So it's been about 2 minutes and it has sunk into the skin a bit more. I can still feel it on the skin, but it's just left the most beautiful glow. Like, it almost looks like I've got highlighter on. So next we're going to go in with the RAINFALL 2% Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Now, hyaluronic acid serum is a staple in my skincare because I do have dry skin, and this one has cucumber in, so it smells so beautiful. This is going to be lovely in the morning to just like freshen me up. Alongside the citrusy smell, I get some cucumber. Every morning's going to be great. No, I do really like the smell of cucumber. So this says 2 to 3 drops. So 1, 2. They're pretty big drops, but hey ho. And then you just rub it in and again pat it into the skin. That smells so nice. It does have a bit of tackiness to it, which could be quite nice for the foundation. So we'll see if that tackiness sort of goes away as it sinks into the skin. But I'm really loving the scent of that, and it just, look how glowy I am. So again, I'm going to give it another minute or 2 to let it sink into my skin, and then we'll be back and we'll start playing with some makeup. I've just realised that I lost the nail polish on my thumb last night and I haven't sorted it out. My nails are not looking the best. They definitely need a refresh. So I need to think about what colour I'm going to put on my nails next. Probably something gold and glitzy for Christmas. So back to the skin. It does feel like that's sunk in quite well. The tackiness has pretty much gone. There's a tiny bit left, but it's pretty much gone. But this beautiful glow is still there. I have had some breakouts recently, and this one was a nice one today. I'm not very good at leaving my face alone need to work on that, but I'm not very good at leaving it alone, so I've probably made things a bit worse. So I'm intrigued to see how the foundation sits on top of this. I'm half debating whether I should use a primer or not, but I don't want to throw another like product in the mix when I'm trying out the skincare already, so I might go in without a primer, which 9 times out of 10 is how I do it anyway, because I usually just use like quite a moisturizing moisturizer and skip a primer. So we'll just pop some moisturizer on. I'm just going to do my 3-in-1 moisturizer from Glossybox. I like this, but I much prefer the rich version. So they do this one which is for like normal skin, and then the rich one which is for dry skin, and the rich one works really, really well for my skin. So let me just pop this on my skin and then I'll get on with the foundation. Alrighty, we are all moisturized and ready. I am going to be trying out the No Filter foundation, which is the liquid foundation. Come on, don't play with me. There we go. Oh my goodness, I've been having some super fun times with my focus, and I feel like I fix it and then a few days later it wants to play up again. So this is what it looks like in the bottle. It's just a glass bottle with a pump. I've got this in the shade Fair 10, and I have tried this once and it's really, really runny. I liked the way it looked, but it wasn't my favorite, so that's why I'm gonna try it with some different kind of products today. So I'm probably gonna pop this on the back of my hand. You can see it's really, really a runny consistency. So I've just got my damp Morphe sponge. So let's see how this does. See if it can cover up some of this funness on my face. Seems to have some coverage. Does it say what kind of coverage it should have? Doesn't say anything. That's not helpful. So yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. We'll see if we can build it up and see what it can do. It's the perfect shade for me, I would say. My skin is looking quite greasy and oily, I'm not gonna lie, so that's probably the skincare that I put on underneath, but we will see once the foundation sort of dries down a bit, and once we get some setting powder involved, we'll see how it looks after all that. So you can see it's starting to give me a little bit of coverage. In fact, I'd say about medium coverage. So we'll see if I can put a bit more product on top, if we can get a little bit more coverage, because I do like a full coverage foundation. So that's how the foundation is looking. It's looking nice. I'm just a bit concerned about how much it's sitting on the face at this point. Like, it's still a bit moist and just looks a little bit sort of oily at this point, and that probably could be the skincare, because when I tried this the other day it probably looked a little bit more dry than dewy, but it looks really nice, and hopefully once I set it down it'll be all good. So for setting powder, concealer and bronzer have got non-ColourPop products, so I'm just going to pop these on. But just to let you know, for my under eye I'm using the NYX Born to Glow. For my spot concealing I'm using the Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer. For bronzing I've got, if I could open it, NARS Laguna. And then for powder, I'm going in with the Collection Pressed Powder. I haven't used this in a very long time. I really only use loose setting powders, so I thought it'd be good to give this a go. So I'll do all this and then I'll be back. So I have concealed, set my face and bronzed up, and I'd say it's looking quite good. Like, looking in the mirror, I can see that the powder has just set everything in place without it looking cakey, and it still has a really nice level of glow, but not like that overly oily glowy look that we had a minute ago. You can still see some of the redness peeking through, so I'd say it is a medium coverage foundation, but like, this is closer than anyone ever needs to see, but I feel like it's looking quite good on the skin at this point. So now we are going to go in with blusher. I have got the Secret Crush Pressed Powder Blush and the packaging on this is stunning. It's a really pretty pink blush with a bit of sheen to it. Like, it's got a bit of shimmer, but I think it's not really glittery. It's more just like a bit sheeny, if that makes sense. So that's what it looks like on the finger. And then it doesn't swatch too much, to be fair, but it looks like just a really nice glowy blush. So let's give this a go. Come in so that you can see. It's more pigmented than I thought. I just like to take my blush a little bit up. I'll definitely be diffusing that because it's pretty, but that is a lot more intense than I thought it was. Let's go in with a bit less on this side. I like to like stamp it on and then blend it. It's pretty. Definitely more intense. I'm just going to clear off anything on my brush and just blend it a bit more. A little bit on the nose. That's pretty. Like you can see there's no glitter in that. Definitely just going to diffuse it a little bit with my powder brush because went in a little bit ham and looking a little bit rosy cheeked. So less is more. It didn't seem that pigmented and then it's like boom. So I think next time I'd definitely go in with a little bit less, but I'm just looking a bit healthy, a little bit flushed, a little bit healthy, but really pretty and glowy. Like, yeah, if I didn't stab myself in the eye with the brush, I really like that. I think I've definitely brought it down a little bit lower than I wanted to, but it works. So next up, we've got highlighter. Oh, I love this part. I have got the Soul Body Shimmery Body Powder. So Soul Body is another sister brand to ColourPop. This is their more body product brand, but this can be used on the face and the body. I got this in soft pink. It's really difficult to open. Come on. There we go. And it's just the most beautiful, beautiful soft pink highlighter. It's a bit of a wetter formula, not quite Super Shock wet, but it's got a bit of moisture in the formula, and it's just so beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm going to go in with the Spectrum B08 brush, which is a more densely packed highlighting brush, but it does say that for an extra highlighted look, you can use a dampened blend. Basically, you can go in with your beauty blender if you want to give it a little bit more of an intense look. So we'll try it with a brush first, but sometimes these kind of formulas do a bit better with a finger or a sponge, but we'll give it a go. So I'm just going to swirl my brush around. Yeah, it does struggle to pick up a bit on the brush, this kind of formula, but we will see. It's there. It is there. Let's go in with the sponge, guys. We've got to go in with the sponge. Let's try on the other side with the sponge. No, I think it looks better with the brush. I think it does look better with the brush. There we go, we're building it up now. It does have some glitter particles in it, but I find if I sort of buff it into the skin, the glitter kind of buffs away a bit and you can make it more of a sort of glowy. Oh, I've just caught it on camera. Yeah, that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Like the metallic. Bit on the lip, a little bit on the nose and the forehead. Not much, just a little. Yeah, just gonna buff some of that glitter away. It does look a bit textured on my skin. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So I like it. I'm not going to say it's my favourite, but I'm going to wait until we've used some setting spray, because that always just makes highlighter like, it's like the final step to really polish off the highlighter. But I don't know, I've got other highlighters that I can get this kind of look with that are less work. Like I feel like I've had to kind of work to do this, but it is really pretty. And I don't think I have highlighters in this like pink shade, which I really, really like. So let's do some setting spray and see how it looks with the setting spray. I'm obviously going to use my Pixie Glow Mist. This is my favourite setting spray. I use this pretty much every day. It's a really nice glowy formula. Love it. Now look at that. That is just so much more intense. Gosh, I'm just gonna like pat down a little bit. I think because it was a bit glowy to begin with, like using a glowy setting spray just made me look a bit overly dewy. I don't know what's going on with my hair. I'm a little fluff ball, but I think that looks pretty. This highlighter has just gone from 0 to hero once you've set it. And yeah, it is a little bit textured and you can see the glitter particles, but I've managed to buff most of them away. Hopefully you can see. So I like that, but it's not a highlighter that I'm going to reach for every day because I need to work with it a bit, but I can make it work. Before we move on to eyes, I'm just going to pop some lip balm on because my lips are feeling a little bit dry. This is just the Lano Lips Peach Lip Balm. It smells divine. So lovely. If you can hear like TV noises, I think my neighbour downstairs has got his surround sound on, and I did wait until I thought he'd finished till I filmed, but apparently he's still using it, which is fine. So yeah, if you can hear that, that's what it is. I've got some major foundation lips going on here, guys, but we'll fix that in a moment. Okay, for eyeshadow, I had so many comments on my video saying that you wanted me to do a blue look with the On Cloud Blue palette. So obviously we're going to play with this. This is what she looks like. Absolutely beautiful and covered in other makeup already. And yes, oh my goodness gracious me, so beautiful. So we're going to go for a sort of baby blue sky look, but I need to get this shimmer on my eyes. This shimmer is the one that blew me away the most. Like, look at that. Yes, let's go. Okay, so I think I'm going to start by putting Ice BB into my crease. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm very new to playing with blue. I'm not the best at eyeshadow to begin with, so we're just going to see what we can do and just have a little bit of fun. So let's see what happens. That highlighter just feels like it's got blinding all of a sudden. Was it that blinding a minute ago? Or has the setting spray just like dried? What? Where did that come from? Oh my goodness. This blue is pretty. It is a more light pastel kind of blue, but you can sort of build it up. As you can see, I'm starting to build it up, but we don't want it to be too intense with it being a transition shade anyway. Kind of looking a little bit like lilac leaning, which is kind of strange. It's definitely looking a bit lilac on my eye. I wonder if it's mixing with like the products I've got underneath, but that's interesting. Okay, it's definitely looking more blue on this eye. Did I have some purple left on this brush? Potentially. We can fix this, don't you worry. Well, you know, that's a great start and a lesson to why you need to wash your brushes more than I do. I feel like I've managed to get them looking sort of similar. I've managed to kind of hide a bit of that purple. It's either that I had something on my brush or it was blending in with what's on my face, but let's be honest, it's more likely that I had something on my brush. But that is a really pretty transition shade. Now I'm going to go in with either Plain or Bright Eyed. Let's have a look. They're very similar, but I think I'm going to go for Playing, which looks a little bit brighter, and I think we need to bring a bit of brightness in. Let's try a different brush, shall we? This brush is already stained greeny blue, so this is the Luxie 209 Large Shader. I'm going to use this to kind of pack on the colour and bring it into my crease. It's really pretty. Would look better without the purple on your eye, but you know, we're human. just sort of stamping it, and then I'll start to bring it into my crease a bit more. Gosh, you can really see now how purple that's gone. We'll just pretend. Okay, so I'm gonna play with some shimmer now. I might deepen up the look a bit, but I wanna get some of this Clear Skies shimmer on my eye first. It looks so fragile in the pan. Like, I'm just gonna give it a bit of a press in the pan. So I'm gonna try going in with a brush first, and then you know the drill, we can go in with setting spray, we can go in with our finger, and we can see how it goes. But I think I'll probably play a bit with this shimmer, might put some of this in my inner corner, might deepen it up a little bit with these shades, but I will tell you as I go. So first of all, this one, I might just set it on the brush because I'm not having any fallout at this point and I'm a bit scared. So let's just set it on the brush and see how we go. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm in love. Let's try the finger. It's always more intense and I'm just craving intensity today. Oh. Okay, yes. Woo! Yeah, the finger is the way. And then you can always tidy it up a bit with a brush. Oh my goodness gracious me. It is quite fragile in the pan, so just be careful with that. But oh, wow. Let's put the lighter shimmer, this blue taffy, in my inner corner, and then we'll see whether I want to darken things up or not. I'm gonna get some on my brush. This is a much harder in the pan shimmer, but I've managed to pick quite a bit up on the brush actually. I might not even need to wet this one. Let's put it on the inner corner. Okay, well that's too much, Trina, but that is stunning. That is stunning. It's like a white with like an icy blue shift to it. Let me swatch that for you. Can you see the blue shift to it? Love it. Let me tidy up this inner corner. That is so pretty. Oh, am I going to deepen it up a bit? I feel like we could just deepen it up a little bit to add a little bit more dimension to the look. Oh, so do I go in with the Love Poem shade or the True Blue shade? I might go in with the lightest touch of True Blue just to give it a bit of dimension and darkness, just a teeny weeny bit. This is where it all goes wrong, and she looks back in editing and goes, that's the point that you ruined it. I'm gonna take the smallest amount on my brush, on a little brush, because we can always add more, right in the edge, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Going in slowly because we can always add, but it's really hard to take away. We've got a little bit of fallout with this shade, so just beware of that. Let me just give that a bit of a clean up. Yeah, I think that was a good decision. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then I'll come back and we'll do the lower lashes. So there we go. I've just deepened it up a bit. They're not necessarily like looking exactly the same, like they're cousins, not sisters, but I think you get the effect I was going for. So let's do some lower lash line. I don't know what this was. So I'm just going to take a really small pencil brush, and I'm going to probably go in with a mixture of these three shades here. I'm just using a bit of the darker blue to actually like line up the darkness on the top with the bottom. Not too much though. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow done. I think we've managed to do something that looks half decent, and I really love the way those shadows work. So I've got two more blue toned eyeliners that I could use. This is a bit more turquoise, but I think we'll go for the blue one. This is in Big Splash. I'll do a little swatch for you. So that's what Big Splash looks like. So yeah, I think this is the one that I'll use. That's really pretty. Oh, it's really hard doing this on camera. I feel like that's just added a load of brightness to my eyes. Right, so I'm gonna go off and finish off with some mascara and some lips. For mascara, I've got the Lash Freak from Urban Decay, and then for lips, I've got, I'll probably go with this one. This is the High Shine Lip Gloss from No. 7 in the shade Naturally Nude. So that is the final look. I am kind of obsessed. Like, I just got lip gloss all over my finger. I kind of love the way that everything turned out. Let me have a closer look at my skin. The highlighter is don't know where that came from. The eyeshadow looks beautiful. I'm loving the inner corner highlight on my eyes. The eyeliner is popping. The skin, the blusher looks really good now that I've got everything else on. My skin, it's not the, it's up there, you know. It's not my favourite look of my skin ever, if that makes sense, but actually I've seen it a million times worse, and I could really get on board with this foundation. I need to play around with it more, as I said, but from where we started, that oily glowy mess, I feel like it just looks really, really pretty. It doesn't look too drying, doesn't look too cakey. I really like it. I was gonna take my hair down as well, but do you know what? I think we're all good. I feel like an icy winter queen. I really, really like this. I hope you do too. Honestly, I enjoyed all the products. I'm trying to think, is there anything I didn't like? I didn't like how hard I had to work with the highlighter, but the effect in the end, I love it. I'm honestly so happy with everything. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. I can't wait to play with this more and see what other kind of looks I can get. But yeah, I'm pleased with myself, if I do say so. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it, because I really want to do more makeup videos, but I'm still trying to gauge how much like interest there is in me doing makeup. So if you can give it a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this, it helps me to know. But yeah, I'm just catching myself in the mirror. I've got my laptop here, my camera here, and my mirror here. So when I turn, I just catch myself at different angles, and I'm a little bit obsessed. Right, let's sign off this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.